So we have a box. Well, the question is, what is in the box? Well, we are going to find that out very, very soon. Something I've been dying to get my hands on for quite some time now. And I think it's what I've been wanting. It is what I've been wanting. I don't think it is. So you'll see that in a minute. I'm going to get it out of the box and I'm going to get it floating, guys. So I'll snap back with you in a minute. And also, guys, what I've decided I'm going to do, going back to me last video where I had all that crap building up inside at drum. I had a couple of comments in the last video about putting an air stone just in the corner there where it's been building up. A couple of people mentioned it. So I think that's what I'm going to do, just drop an air stone in it. I was initially thinking of just putting some sort of I don't know, plastic there to create some sort of angle just to stop it like being trapped in corner, but I think an air stone's just as good. It'll disturb any debris settling in that corner, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll just get hold of an air stone just to drop in that corner, stop it building any crap up there.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Right, before we carry on with video, guys, there's just a few mentions that I want to give, a few shout outs, people who I think you might want to go and check out. I've been following them for a little while now. So first up, it's got to be my main man, Steve, Pops his Koi. Go check him out, funny as hell, mad as toast. Go and check him out. He's on 34 subs at minute. Let's see if we can get him up a few more. So go and check Steve out. Got a nice pond. He's got some plans to be changing it in future, so go and give him a check out. Davey boy, rock and roll star, Koi Karma. Go and give Dave a check out. Nice pond, nice fish. Recently added a neat pump on his pond, and I think that's made a massive difference for him. Got a nice bargain on that too, Dave. And like I say, as a rock and roll star, he's met them all. Freddie Mercury, The Who, he was there at Live Aid. Come give him a check out, he's got some stories for that. And he's still got a CD out, still signed. I think he's still signed to Sony Music. Well worth a check out, Dave is. Koi Karma. This next one, well, this if Steve's mad as toast, then this one, he is, I don't know, he is barking mad, but he is funny as hell. MAKC Koi UK, Kyle, we'll give him a check out, guys. He's slowly building his subs up. He's just built his pond. He's just in the middle of sorting all his filtration and everything out, but go check Kyle's videos out. Put some great content out, and he is funny as hell. Let me tell you that. Who else we got? Phil G's Koi Pond. Phil is currently in the process of building his pond, so he's still in early stages on it. So if you're one that likes to see a good pond build, then Phil G's your man. He's at that process now, right at the beginning stage of building his pond. So if you want to go and check Phil out, Phil G's Koi Pond. Who else we got? Cope's Koi. Got to mention Cope's Koi, Chatting Bubbles. Now, I met Cope, first time I met Cope's Koi was at the National. Had a little bit of a chat with him. Nice bloke. Checked his channel out myself. He done a pretty funny video on his channel. Your Koi journey. That were good. That were, mate. Very, very good. I managed to put all that together. Yeah, and I think did you come away with about 7 fish from National, all for your grandson? Very good that were. That were very good. Them dealers to give them fish to your grandson. And I liked his style of putting them fish in that pond, by the way. That was awesome. Who else we got? Kirikoi UK, Brett and Amanda. They live up my neck of woods, as does Kyle. So yeah, a couple more northerners. Absolutely, again, mad as toast. We all are up here, absolutely bonkers. But these two cross the line. Brett and Amanda, they're an all different level, but they're good with it. I haven't met Amanda in person. Oh, well, yeah, I have actually. I've met Amanda at Quenikoy. Met Brett again at National. Absolutely lovely people. My kind of people, to be honest with you. I could chat all day to them. But yeah, they've got a great channel going. Nice fish, nice pond. Absolutely beautiful dog. Go and give their channel a check out. Kirikoi UK, guys. Right, back to the video. Right then, guys, let's flip around and have a look what we've got. Here we have it. So this is a Hoshkin Tanchoka Haku. It's Jumbo Tosai, and I just need to get a proper measurement of it. Right, it's 35 cm, guys. Looks as though, if I had to take a wild guess, I'd say probably male. Just had a quick look, but possibly a bit too young to tell at this stage, but if I had to take a wild guess, I'd probably say male. I'm happy with that. Next step is to get some sake, and to get some, or at least try and get some growth on them. Right, time to get it in, guys. Right, that's him sorted then, guys. In the pond he is. I can see him. Just down there somewhere. Just down there. See how he settles in. Evening, guys. Oh, what an absolutely sweltering day today, isn't it? Whew. Dear me. Right, got something going on. I'm draining my moving bed down in a minute, because there's something I want to try. So I'll spin you around, and now I'll explain what's happening. Right, so I'm going to drain this down. I've got that valve shut off there, that slide valve, and I've got these valves shut off here. So I'm going to empty my moving bed, and then once it's empty, I'll show you exactly why I've emptied it. Because I want to hopefully try and improve on a couple of things with inside here. It's going to involve me taking media out for a short while. Well, that's not going to be an issue. In fact, I'll shut that off, and while there's still water in it, just turn air off. While there's still water in it, I'll get this media out and put it into me blue bowl, so it'll be easy while there's water in it, and then I'll show you when it's empty. Right then, guys, so what we've got inside here is, I hope light's good enough, but this outlet pipe, when the pump is running, because it's sucking the water through there, it's also drawing the K1 down too. Even though, you know, it's moving and it's boiling, it does draw the K1 down too. And what tends to happen is a lot of the K1 tends to get stuck on that outlet there, because it's been sucked down to it. So what I'm hoping to do, my plan is to stop any K1 gathering around that pipe and potentially, you know, blocking it or affecting the efficiency of the moving bed itself. As you know, for a moving bed, the media is supposed to be constantly turning. So I'm going to take this out, this pipe, and shorten it right down to try and prevent that happening. Hopefully, if I can get it out. So we shall see. I'm going to try and get this out and then come back. Right, I had a bit of a plan, guys. So I've been struggling to find something for this. Now, I thought about it. I was just going to cut this down. Hold on. I would just, at first, before I actually really thought about it, I was just going to cut this down to about here to shorten it and put it back in. And then it occurred to me, well, if I do that, I'm going to be restricting bleeding flow through outlet, because the surface area is going to be a lot lower and it's blanked off on that end. So another plan, what I've thought of, racking my brains trying to find something to cut this down, right, and find something to go over the end of it. So my plan, if it works, is, imagine that's cut down, right? I knew I'd save this for something that had come in handy, okay? This cage. So this cage is off my pump. It's in case you use your pump as a submersible pump rather than dry mounted. So what I'm hoping to do is to fix this onto the end of there. Obviously, you know, it's not going to be like that, but one way or another, it's going to go on there like that. And then cut it down, slot it back in so there's not as much sticking through into biochamber for the media to get caught up on. So I'll spin you around and I'll show you. Right, so I've took my air diffuser off. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get some more of this media out, and I'm going to see if I can get that air diffuser any lower as well, because it does stick up quite some way, and media does tend to trap underneath the air diffuser as well, believe it or not. So I'm going to try and shift some of that media out of the way and see if I can get that pipe down any lower. So I will back with you guys in a mo. Right, I've got this lowered down now, guys, this air diffuser. All I did was cut the pipe and just put a couple more joints in and a bit of pipe in between just to lower it right down. So that's sitting a lot further down now. So all I need to do now is cut this pipe down so it's not sticking through as far, and then in fact, no, I haven't even got anything. I'm going to say I could have put an elbow on there to bring it straight up here somewhere, but I've not got an elbow I could put in. That's a shame, that's a shame. Yeah, so I'm just going to have to just cut it down so it's just sticking through, and see how we go with that. Can't be any worse than it works. Like I say, all media we're just getting caught on outlet pipe there because we've just been stuck down onto it. So I'm going to get it cut down with that cage on, and then I'll come back to you once I've done it, and then we'll get this tank filled back up and see how it performs. Right then, guys, so this is what we've come up with. So hold on a sec. This bit, hold on a sec. Come here. So this bit is the part what's going to slide back in to the connector, what's connected to the bio chamber, and then obviously this cage is just to stop any media working its way down the pipe. But I'm hoping that now it's a bit shorter, a lot shorter, that it's going to stop any K1 from clumping to this outlet pipe and stopping it from being able to turn properly, because that's what it's been doing. So just all been clumping around this outlet pipe, and I don't think I've been getting the full efficiency of the bio chamber, because all the media hasn't been turning round, it's just been getting clumped around this outlet pipe. So I'm going to see how we go with that now. Just going to I've put some OB1 just round here just to try and hold this in, so I'm going to let that set a little bit before I put it back in, and I'll put it back in and get this bad boy filled back up, and then hopefully it'll be okay. I'm going to save a bit what I've cut off just in case, and then worst comes to worst, I'll just have to take this out and put the other piece of pipe back in. In theory, what I have done by shortening this, which I already know before anyone mentions it, is I have actually in fact reduced the surface area that water can travel through this pipe. So that's why I'm hoping that it's not going to be affected too much by shortening this. But we'll see what happens. You don't know unless you try. So we shall try that and see how it goes. So I'm going to let that set, get back in here, and then I'll get that bad boy filled back up. Feed time in a minute as well, so while it's drying, may as well wait for this feeder to go off. Right then guys, we're back. So outlet's back in, and hopefully we'll be good. I'm rocking and rolling, hopefully. Got my outlet pipe back on, connected back to pump. So all that's left to do now is to get some water back in here, get his media back in, and give it a whirl. But hopefully now, by doing that, what that'll do is, by lowering the diffuser and shortening that outlet pipe, hopefully that'll give more space within inside the chamber for the media to move about without getting caught around that friggin' outlet pipe. So we shall see. Right, we're back up and running again then guys. Fantastically. Everything seems to be working okay at the mo. We're running at 50%, 120 watts. And everything seems to be good in the hood. Tancho settling in nice and well. I think they're getting more food. In actual fact, after thinking about it for quite some time and speaking to a few people, I think the only way I'm going to get this filter to start doing something now is to just start feeding again properly. At the minute I am to 5 times a day, but it's only at like 12 grams of feed, so in total we're only feeding like 60 grams a day at the minute. So I think I need to start upping my feeding rate now to get this filter working, otherwise it's never going to get there. I don't really do myself any favours, to be honest with you guys. Come on, that's it. Yeah, I don't really do myself too many favours, to be honest with you, because me, I'm quite a whittler, and I whittle about things probably a bit too much, some would say. So yeah, you know, I just whittle about things and worry about things too much, you know, a bit more than I probably should really. You know, I've mentioned it before, when I had my old pond, built that about, what, 11 or 12 years ago, something like that. And back then, you know, yeah, I kept koi, but I didn't really know anything. You know, I didn't know, well, to say I didn't know what I was doing, doing I? Some would say no, but who cares? But yeah, I didn't know anything at all back then, guys. And as far as I was concerned, is I had an owl, I had some fish in it with a filter on it, and I just left it to its own devices and just fed them. Very rarely I did any water tests or anything like that. I just cleaned the filter out, my Easy Pod every now and again, and I just left it to its own devices. And I never really seemed to have any problems. Now, did I have any problems? You know, possibly. It could have been just down to the fact that I was inexperienced and I didn't know the signs of any problems that may have been occurring. You know, but I didn't know what to look for, so maybe that's why back then, you know, I thought I never had any problems. I didn't know what to look for, but now I've got a little bit more experienced, you know, and then I've done more research over the years, and I've learnt a bit more. Maybe it's to my own demise, because now I'm constantly looking for problems. What's the saying? A little bit of knowledge can be dangerous, and I think in my case it certainly can be. So anyway, on that, this video's probably gone on for a bit of a while now. Filter's back up and running, pond's back up and running, fish are feeding fine, they're swimming around fine. I'm just going to start getting some feeding now. I'm going to be getting some new food, get rid of that Coppens. I've got to put that back till end of month now, so I'm going to have to wait till payday to get that. So yeah, that's it then, guys, and I will see you again next time. See you later, guys.